Hey everyone, this is Chris, sometimes known as LOTR Deck Tech, and this week I'm suffering from Theodred withdrawals. So, he's back after about a month, but to keep things consistent with the decks that I have been playing, this is also an Arwen and Erestor shell. It is in many ways a bit of a mess, but the goal is to ramp out a ton of resources, pay for a bunch of allies, and then cycle Lords of the Eldar once we get all the way through the deck. Similar to the previous ones, only we don't have an overarching theme or support for that third hero. We basically just have Noldor. Alright, and we are going up against Journey Along the Anduin again, after that disastrous previous video. The closest loss I have had in a very long time. And we're off to a great start. Our initial setup card was the Necromancer's Reach, which does absolutely nothing at the beginning of the game. And my opening hand has a Steward combo in it, plus one of the key cards for looping Lords of the Eldar later on in the game, so I think we're good to go. This is a post-mulligan hand. The first one was just all allies. Alright, well, there's both copies of Gandalf that are in the deck, so he's not going to be joining us on this attempt, but I'm okay with that. So we are going to, 1-2, play an Envoy of... Sorry, hang on, I need to... 1-2. Play an Envoy of Pelargir, putting the extra resource on Theodred, which allows me to play Steward of Gondor right away, transferring those 2 resources to Arwen. Arwen will play an Eregion Survivor, and we will discard a card in order to put a resource on Erestor, who will pay for a Song of Travel. Unfortunately, that is all we get right now, because the rest of this hand is a little pricey. But that's alright. Not the most explosive start for me or the encounter deck, but we should be in great shape going forward. I don't have to make a lot of progress this round, so I'm just going to quest for 4, putting the resource on Arwen. Wolf Rider. And Evil Storm, which does nothing to me right now. So, 2 against me, I sent 4, we make 2 progress. The Wolf Rider comes down, Erestor will defend, removing one of those progress to the shadow effect, and we'll swing back and get rid of the Wolf Rider. All of these cards go away, and we are on to the second round. Oh, well, that helps actually quite a bit. Let's Good Harvest naming lore, and I can do 1, 2, 3 to play Protector of Lorien and a Burning Brand on Erestor. He is now actually a pretty solid defender, even for stuff like the Hill Troll. I obviously don't want to do too much of that until I can heal him, but it's a pretty good thing to get going. I will send 4 to the quest again, and this time I can make a speed boost for the Survivor. Stat boost for the Survivor if I want. Alright, up against 3, we make 1 progress. I am forced to engage the Misty Mountain Goblins. I get a Shadow Effect, which is going to do nothing because Erestor will defend. Yeah. And I will discard my card to boost Erestor's defense for no reason, so that I can sadly be 1 short of the damage that I need to kill the Misty Mountain Goblins. And I forgot Theodred's resource this round, which is going to go on Arwen. Alright, there is the healing that I was looking for. This is Yorith, and 1, 2, 3 allows me to play Galadrim's Greeting, dropping my threat from very dangerous 29 all the way down to 23. And we're going to quest for 4 again, hoping we don't draw another enemy this time. And we don't. It is Enchanted Stream, which is just going to stay there. I basically can't travel to this location. Alright, so we're just going to move on to combat. I will defend with Erestor against these goblins, discarding 2 to boost his defense for no reason, and we ignore any shadow effects. And we can swing back to defeat the goblins finally. They do take a progress on the way out, but I'm not too worried about that since we still have to kill the troll before we can move on. Alright, and different from previous decks, I am including a lot of ways to dig deeper, just to sort of shrink things and allow us to get through to the Lords of the Eldar faster. I will play We Are Not Idle, draw myself a card. I will definitely play Light of Valinor on Erestor. Now, this steward is useless, but that's alright. I can still play 2 Elven Jewelers. And I'll pitch this for defense, probably. So, questing this round is... what's that, 6? I expect about 3 to come out. So let's make it 8 committed to the quest. Ooh, but it's not 3, that is Banks of the Anduin, so up against 4, I make 4 progress. I will travel to Banks of the Anduin. Theodred's resource should go on Erestor, which I may have already done now that I'm thinking about it. Yes, I checked. I did already add that resource, unlike all the other times when I've forgotten it. Alright, so let's just move on to the next round with our massive resource totals intact. Alright, Darren's Runes to start us off this round, discarding an extra copy of Eorith. Can absolutely... yeah, I will play the Guardian of Rivendell. 1, 2, 3. Discarding Lords of the Eldar and Envoy of Pelargir. This I will play during questing to drop my threat some more. Yeah, pretty good shape. So, 2, 5, 6, 8 to the quest again. Resource on Erestor. Let's make it 9. Drop my threat to 22. And we'll see what we get. Goblin Sniper. That is going to stay there for a while. Guarantee it. But that is 5 against us, so we make 4 progress. 1, 2, 3, 4. Banks the Anduin goes back on top of the deck. And I definitely don't have enough combat potential to kill the Hill Troll, so we're just going to leave him alone. I do take a point of damage from the Goblin Sniper, which will go on Erestor for the time being. Good. I left 4 resources on Theodred after the last round because I hadn't seen Faramir yet. There's only 1 copy in the deck, but the fact that I hadn't drawn it meant that it might be coming up soon. So let's just play that now. I will We Are Not Idle to draw another card, even though it's kind of useless. Let's use one of these spares to put an elf friend on Theodred so that he gets the benefit from Lords of the Eldar. And these will just be stuff. So, committing to the quest. 6, 7, 8, 9. And my threat is now down to 20. There are definitely no secrecy cards in the deck, but continually shrinking is sort of a great way to go. I've sent 9. I can absolutely make as many progress as I want with Faramir, especially when you know Banks of the Anduin is coming. So against 6, 3 more. I will travel to Banks of the Anduin. Alright, so let's actually think about this now. Could I deal with the Hill Troll? Defend him for sure. And then we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Attack back. It's not really good enough. I should save Elven Jewelers because they have great attack with Lords of the Eldar. So let's just use Eorith somewhat wastefully to heal this damage in preparation. I might be ready for it next round. That went away at the end. Great. Let's Darren's Runes. 1, 2. Discarding this extra Steward. Play We Are Not Idle. Play another Darren's Runes. Let's get rid of this Galadrim's Greeting. My threat is really low because there's no Gandalf on the table this game, so I don't think I'll need that second copy. So now comes the fun part. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 Wardens of Healing should help us quest and deal with anything that we may need in the healing department. I cannot play this card for threat reduction because I need it as a defense boost. Oh, no, that's not true. If I'm going to play Lords of the Eldar this round, Erestor can defend a hill troll and live, so that's actually totally fine. So let's commit to the quest. I will send 6, 7. Hang on. Let's do some math. So if I attack back, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, actually, totally fine. 6, 7. Yep. We're going to send 7, plus Elrond's Council makes 8, and drops my threat to 18. So let's see what we get. Dogolder Orcs. That is actually really not bad at all. Let's put those 2 damage on Theodred. We will definitely heal it up this round, no problems. So, my 8 is up against 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. I will make 1 progress. Let me use Faramir. Actually, no. Let me just leave the 1 progress. It'll force me to deal with a potential shadow effect on the hill troll, but I'm going to defend with Burning Brand, so that should be fine. Yeah. Alright, I will optionally engage the hill troll, and I am forced to engage the Dogolder Orcs. They both get shadow cards, and we are going to immediately cycle Lords of the Eldar. And by cycle, I mean we're going to shove it back on the bottom of my deck, because that is where it goes. So now they're both in the deck. One of them's on the bottom, and the other one is somewhere above that, but we have 2 turns left until we're done. And that is a huge stat boost across the board, almost. Erestor will defend against the hill troll. He has 3 defense, and no shadow effects thanks to Burning Brand, fortunately. He takes 3 damage. And I'm going to have Faramir defend against these orcs. He takes 1, which I will definitely heal off with the Wardens. Might as well do that now while I'm thinking about it. 1, 2, 3. And Eorith can heal the others. And we fight back. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13 points of damage, 13 points of attack, sends the hill troll back to the victory display, and us immediately on to stage 2. I do not have enough to deal with the Dogolder Orcs this round, as you can see, but that's alright. Goblin Sniper is going to put 1 point of damage out. I guess I should have saved my healing after all, but we'll just put that on Faramir and not worry about it. Well, there's Treebeard, and the other copy of Lords of the Eldar. So let's start with Treebeard. Let me see if there's an elf friend left, because if there is, that is definitely going on Treebeard, and it's going to be fantastic. There is one. There's only one in my discard pile, which means there is another one in that last hand, so that should be quite good. Light of Valinor is entirely irrelevant, so let's ditch it for a resource. No, hang on. Yeah, let's ditch it for a resource. And let's quest. We're going to go a little heavy this round. We're definitely going to send all 3 heroes. The Envoy. And I will send both of the Jewelers. So let's add that up. 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Discard 1, 2 to make it 11. And I am going to, that's Theodred's resource, and 1, 2, 3. Preemptively cycle that Lords of the Eldar in order to boost everyone up. So my willpower total goes up to 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And we get 2 cards off the encounter deck this round, except the Surging Crows makes it 4 cards? Alright, that's not too bad, actually. So I sent 16, there's 2, 4, 9, 10, 11, 13, which would mean I would make 3 progress. But I will make that 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 progress instead. So 2 on the active location, 7 on the quest. Thanks to the Anduin goes back to the top of the encounter deck, where it will be a shadow card. Brown lands I will travel to and immediately explore. And I have to decide which of these things I'm going to engage, and I think it's going to be the Dalguldur Beastmaster. He gets 1 shadow, and then when I pick him, he is going to get a 2nd shadow. So let's defend with Erestor. He has 3 defense and negates shadow effects this round, so none of those things matter at all. Let me see. Dalguldur Orcs. I will defend with Guardian of Rivendell, who takes no damage. And now I just have to fight back. Well, I can't actually do as much damage as I would like, but I can do... Actually, let's see. Yeah, that is 6 because I played Lords of Eldar, so Dalguldur Beastmaster is destroyed. The end of the combat phase, Goblin Sniper is going to do a point of damage. Let's put that over here. I don't think I can actually heal that pre-refresh, but we'll get to it next round. Alright, 1 card left in the deck. It is Lords of the Eldar. So let's just play what we got. Another Survivor and another Jeweler. Let me discard this Lords of the Eldar for a resource. This card is pretty much useless, but that's fine. So let's quest. 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I have the option to Lords of the Eldar after I stage, if I would like. So 1, 1, 2, 2. Well, okay, that is all the Eastern Crows. And that means 2, 4, 7, 8, 9, 12 against us. I will need to make more progress, so let's just go ahead. I forgot Theodred's resource again. 1, 2, 3. Cycle that last Lords of the Eldar before we just start completely looping. And bump my willpower up to 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 again for a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 progress. Let's travel to Gladden Fields and optionally engage the Misty Mountain Goblins. So, Shadow, Shadow. Treebeard should have a resource. Erestor will defend the Misty Mountain Goblins. Take no damage. Guardian of Rivendell will defend the Dol Guldur Orcs, and take 2 damage. Alright, at this point I will use both of my wardens to heal this hiding survivor, Faramir, and the Guardian of Rivendell twice. And I definitely have enough to fight back this round, so there's 6 damage to kill Misty Mountain Goblins, 4 more to kill Dol Guldur Orcs. And I guess I was wrong about another copy of Elf Friend, but that's alright. Theodred has it, and that's good enough. So, moving on to the next round, round number 10. My hand is now exclusively Lords of the Eldar. Yeah, why not? I will need to remember Theodred's resource in order to make this work, otherwise the combo will sort of run off the rails, but that's okay. So let's quest. 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, I'm gonna send 9. I will put Theodred's resource on Arwen, discard 1 of these to put another resource on Arwen, discard 1 of them to boost my willpower up to 10, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Plays them both, buffing all my Noldor by 2 in all their stats. So that makes my willpower 12, 14, 16, 22. And we get 1, 2, a hill troll. Alright, and that is 1 threat this round, basically. So, I sent 22, 7, 8, 9 in the staging area. We will absolutely blow past this. 1, 2, 3, more than enough. Which means we reveal 2 extra cards. 1, 2. Alright, not bad. And I did realize that I forgot to raise my threat by 1 during the refresh phase for Gladden Fields, but did it now. It matches my willpower from last round exactly. Alright, travel, we go to East Bite because we have no choice. And I forgot a damage for the Goblin Sniper. And now we have to optionally engage. So let's take a Hill Troll. He gets a shadow effect that is going to be ignored. Erestor defends at 4 defense. That shadow does nothing, so he takes 2 damage. And now we swing back with just 3 survivors for 12, killing the Hill Troll. I think I'm actually going to fail to quest next round so that my threat will rise. Because I don't want to optionally engage these one at a time. It's a little silly. So yeah, let's heal up Faramir, and then the Goblin Sniper will put another point of damage on him. And while I'm thinking about it, I'll heal up Erestor as well. Draw my 2 cards. Guess what? It's 2 Lords of the Eldar. Alright. Discard 1, Arwen gets a resource. I still do have to quest, actually. So let's send Theodred and Erestor, putting the resource on Erestor, and discarding Lords of the Eldar to boost his defense for the phase, just to avoid counting extra willpower. So I sent 3. We no longer stage, so that means my 3 against 7, 10 raises my threat all the way up to 30. And makes no progress. But that's okay, because once we have finished resolving the quest, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, plays both Lords of the Eldar to boost all my stats. All of the Eastern Crows are going to engage with me. Let's have 1 3 defense jeweler defend 1. Okay. Another defending this one. I have to bounce an ally to my hand. That's interesting. Okay. Take the other jeweler, but still no damage from that shadow. That one does 1 point of damage, and we'll just exhaust these 3 to shuffle these guys back into the deck. I will heal the one jeweler that has damage and Faramir. And we'll move on to the next round. The sniper will shoot Faramir again. It's just a bullet magnet, apparently. Look, it's two Lords of the Eldar. I'm never going to stop enjoying that surprise. We have one enemy left. This round is very trivial. I need 2 defense and 2 attack in order to kill it, so we're just going to go a little nuts with questing this round and see how much progress I can make. I am basically going to send everyone but one of these jewelers. So let's count up the willpower. That is 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16 right now. Discard one of these so Arwen has a resource. Discard one of these to make it 17 willpower with Protector of Lorien. Theodred's resource goes on Arwen, and we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to play them both, counting up 2 extra willpower per Noldor. So that is 19, 21, 23, 29, 31, 33. Yep, 33. And we don't stage, so we are up against a whopping 7. Yeah, make 26 progress. And 20 on the quest stage. That doesn't matter. Eastbite goes away, which I don't care about. I will optionally engage the Goblin Sniper, who gets a shadow card. Did I screw that up? I might have screwed that up. Oh, no, I totally did not. Erestor will defend, ignoring that shadow. And this jeweler will attack back to kill the sniper and win us the scenario. I just realized I forgot to use Faramir to boost my willpower even more during the crazy questing round. So let me see how much more progress I should have got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 more progress. Yep, I think that about does it. I am glad to see a very good attempt against Journey Along the Anduin after the nail biter that was the last one. And you can see exactly how this deck works. We put a ton of resources on Arwen and Erestor in order to play a bunch of Noldor allies. We have a couple big allies that tend to help with combat, like the Gandalf that you didn't see. And once we get to the end, you cycle Lords of the Eldar twice, and it's just a nightmare if you've managed to actually build up decently throughout the rest of the game. I mean, we did just quest for 45 and have enough to fight the last enemy that we needed. Obviously, if the victory condition for Anduin was not just kill all the enemies, you know, this sort of YOLO questing could end things quite fast. Yeah. That about wraps it up for me. I had a lot of fun, and I hope you did too. Thanks for watching.